What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, we have to grow up emotionally. We have to grow up emotionally. Man, we're already in December. You know what I mean? We're closing out this year. Man, and one of the hardest lessons that God has had to teach me was the spirit of gratitude. Was to be grateful. And that's so hard for so many of us, especially those of us that have gone through so much. That's so hard for us to be grateful when we've gone through so much, when we've lost so much, when we've had so many people try to tear us down, when we've had so many people try to just dog us out for no apparent reason, when we've had so many people just crush our spirits and break our hearts, when we've had so many people abandon and reject us, it's hard to be grateful. It's hard. It's hard to be grateful when you're looking around and you're about to be homeless. It's hard to be grateful when you're looking for a job and you can't find one. It's hard to be grateful when all you get are bills and bills and bills and you're stressed out and you're worried and you got to take care of your kids. It's hard to be grateful when your health is failing you. It's hard to be grateful when your mind is failing you. I get that. I get that. But what God's got me here saying is we got to be grateful. Wherever you're at, whatever situation you're in, you got to learn the spirit of gratitude. It don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter what you're facing. You got to learn how to be grateful. In the midst of your trials, in the midst of your tribulations, in the midst of your hell, you've got to learn to be grateful. You got to learn to be grateful. That was a hard lesson for me to learn. Very hard lesson. I've gone through a lot of stuff. I've lost a lot of people. I've been homeless a couple of times. I've had to start over from nothing. From nothing. I've had people walk out of my life and leave me with nothing. And it's hard to be grateful in those situations. It's hard to be grateful when you don't know what you're going to eat next. It's hard. And it's so easy for those that have everything figured out. You know what I mean? For those people that, man, money's not an issue for them. They always had a place to stay, always had food, always had warm clothing, always had access. It's easy for those people to sit back and talk about, man, you gotta be grateful, you gotta be grateful, you gotta be, nah, fuck the bullshit. You talking to somebody who's been homeless, you talking to somebody who's been rejected and abandoned. You talking to somebody who's had to sleep on the fucking subway in New York City. Because they ain't had nowhere to go. It's not easy being homeless. It's not easy being grateful. It's not easy at all. So many of us, we have this victim mentality. Life's not fair, and I shouldn't have to go through this, and this person did that, and all this other stupid, ignorant ass shit. Yes, that happened to you. Yes, I get it. To you, it wasn't fair. But it's done. What's happened is happened. You can't go back in time and undo what happened. The question is, how are you going to pick up the motherfucking pieces and move on? So many of us, we get stuck right where we get dropped off at. So many of us, we get stuck right where we get our hearts broke. We get stuck right where we get our spirits crushed. We get stuck right in that same spot where we lose all hope. We get stuck there. And because we get stuck there, man, we ain't got no gratitude. We don't understand how the fuck can we have gratitude in this place. When we get so stuck in our feelings, how dare you tell me that I'm supposed to be grateful and I'm going through and you don't know what I'm going through and you don't know what I've been through and how the fuck are you gonna tell me I'm supposed to be grateful? We get stuck in that shit. We get stuck there. And what God has had to show me was, Elijah, you got two choices. You always have two choices. You could sit here and play the fucking victim. You could sit here and be mad as fuck if you want to. You could sit here and pout and whine and cry about all the people that have died, about all the shit that went wrong, about all the shit, the people that abandoned you and rejected you and dogged you the fuck up and betrayed you. You could sit here and bitch and moan about that shit if you want to. That's one option. Another option, Elijah, you could grow the fuck up and learn some gratitude. Understand, there are other people going through a whole lot worse than you. Understand, there's other people that wish they were in your situation. And while you sitting here whining and crying about this shit, while you sit here pissed the fuck off over the shit you're going through, there's other people praying and wishing that they could be in your situation. Because theirs is so much worse. But you can't understand that, Elijah, because you all stuck in your fucked up feelings and emotions right now. You all stuck in your victim mentality. Woe is me. But there's other people wish they were right where you're at. Elijah, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget all the shit you've been through. Don't forget, there's been times you wished you were right here. You may not have much, but there's been times when you had a whole lot less. And you wish you had this. Don't get so stuck in your fucking feelings and your emotions that you forget about where you came from. You forget about the times you was homeless. You forget about the times you were hungry as fuck. Nah, don't forget about where you've been. Don't forget about the times when times were so much difficult. It was so much harder. Learn some gratitude. Learn to be grateful for where you're at. Learn to appreciate what you have. See, I've told you guys in the past, man, the secret of getting what you want in life, the secret to having peace and joy and happiness, the cheat code for life is gratitude. Gratitude is the cheat code for life. You can't have peace and joy and happiness if you ain't got no fucking gratitude. You can't come out of your depressive state without gratitude, without being grateful. You can't come out of your state of being filled with anxiety and fear and worry without learning some fucking gratitude. Without learning how to be grateful for where you're at. Don't get so consumed with the future. You forget to live in the present. Don't be so worried and fixated on tomorrow. that you drown in sorrow today. You got to understand that. And this is what so many of us do. We get so fixated on next year, 2025 and beyond, where I'm going to be and what I'm going to have. And my king is going to come in. My queen is going to come in. Man, my money's going to come in. And we get so caught up on dreaming and fantasizing in the future. We don't do shit in the present. Except complain about where we're at. Except be frustrated where we're at. God can't even take you to the next level because you haven't even learned the lesson of this level. You haven't even become grateful for this level. So how is God going to take you to the next level when you don't understand this one? When you're not grateful for this one? We got to grow up. We got to stop wasting time. As long as you keep talking and thinking, well, I'll be grateful when I get my man. I'll be grateful when I get my job. I'll be grateful for when I get my woman. I'll be grateful when I get my queen. I'll be grateful when I get my car. I'll be grateful when I get my place. As long as you always tell me you'll be grateful when you get something, you'll never become grateful. And you'll never get it. See, the thing is, you got to learn to be grateful before you even get it. I'm saying it again. You got to learn to be grateful for everything you have, everything you want, before you even get it. Before you get that queen, before you get that king, man, God, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you're giving me this time to work on me. I'm grateful that you're giving me this time to get my shit together. I'm grateful that you're giving me this time to prepare my king for me and da-da-da, or whatever it is that you're looking for. I'm grateful for that thing. I'm grateful for it. But I'm also grateful for what I have right now. I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm looking forward to that promotion. But I'm grateful that I'm not unemployed. I'm looking forward to that new place. I'm grateful for that new place that's coming in. But I'm grateful that I'm not homeless. We got to grow up emotionally. So many of us were pushing off what we want because we're ungrateful. We're not getting our dreams answered because we're ungrateful. Man, hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing.